CNBC TV18 Weekender.
Hello and welcome to the CNBC TV18 Weekender. I am Priya Sheth and my guest today is the Gen Next of Parle Agro, Nadia Chauhan. She's the daughter of Chairman Prakash Chauhan and the youngest of the Chauhan sisters. She holds the position of Joint Managing Director and Chief Marketing Officer at Parle Agro. She sampled products at the breakfast table, discussed sales strategies at the age of 11 and has entrepreneurship running in her blood. Along with enjoying the fruits of success at Parle Agro, she also enjoys traveling, reading and horse riding. So let's try and understand what drives her at the workplace and how she balances these roles. I'm in conversation with Nadia Chauhan from Parle Agro. Thank you so much, Nadia, for joining us today. You know, you're as old as the brand Frooti, and essentially you've really grown up with the brand right from, you know, informal living room discussions to the more formal boardroom discussions. But you did also experiment with your own ventures, right, before getting into the whole product space?
Yes, I did actually. I think I was really restless always as a child, and whether it was holidays or weekends, you know, really always looked forward to doing something. Both my sisters used to be in boarding school, so I was the only child in Bombay, and so I'd always get my hands into something or the other. I think that just being around my dad, I think this entire entrepreneurial spirit, I like to think that I got it from him, and so I did try some amount of baking and do some amount of tie and dye.
You came on board in 2003, when you were only 18 years old. How difficult was it to really fit into your father's shoes, and also you had a sister who was already in the business at that time?
That's right. So I originally actually really wanted to go abroad and spend a few years abroad like my sisters did as well. But I think at that point of time my dad had this idea of just being part of the business while studying in Bombay itself, and it was amazing because I think I got 10 good years working with him while he was very, very actively involved in shadowing him and really learning from him. I think I was really lucky to have my dad's confidence and trust. I think that if I think back and I look at myself today and I wonder that, when my kids are that age at 18, will I be able to have as much faith and trust like my dad did in a kid. I was a kid then, and let me take the kind of decisions that he let me take. I had taken many very bold decisions and changed a lot of things, whether it was just on Frooti or even in the business. But he would listen to me. He had this one formula of asking why. His favorite question is why, and he would test me like that. He would, everything I'd propose, he would say why.
So how was it working with your sister? Did she bully her way around you?
Again, I think what makes us successful in the construct of how we lead the business is really, again, our dad's ambition or vision of really making sure that that never happened. Because one, we've all been brought up, irrespective of the age differences, we've all been always brought up equally. So even today, in any regard, it's always equal. The second, of course, is the fact that he gave us very clear responsibilities. She was very clear about the role and responsibility that she was handling in the business, and I was very clear about what I was handling. We grew to both of us. I mean, we've been, all three of us actually are very, very close. So we grew to really respect what each was doing. We have different leadership styles. We have a very different approach with how we look at our work, how we approach our work. But we were both very, very clear about the fact that we will always keep the business together. We respect what each one is doing. we would go to each other every time we were stuck and, you know, try and pick on each other's brains as to how to handle a certain situation or a certain problem. And I think that all of us have worked as amazing partners in the business, including our dad, who's really partnered with us more than, you know, being the big boss. He's really partnered with us, and you know, we've held hands strong together, and we've really been able to build the business well together.
And if there's a difference in opinion, whose side does Dad take then?
He listens. I don't think it's ever about whose side. I think that so the one thing that we've always had while we handle different responsibilities, we might not be meeting each other through the day because we're having meetings with different set of people, we're doing different things, but lunch is our common ground. Lunch is where we always meet, we wait for each other for lunch, and that's where we discuss what's the update in our own personal lives or even at work and things that need to be discussed. So if there is a difference in opinion, that is where we resolve it. All of us have very objective approach towards resolving it. It's not really about sides, but really understanding what's best for the business, and it's easy to resolve because at the end, all of us are only looking at what is best for the business.
On that note, let's take a very short break. I'm going to sip my Frooti Fizz.
CNBC TV18 Weekender.